at the figure. It is more than 100% charged atmosphere as we now usher in, yes, I see the Honorable Minister, Federal Ministry of Works, accompanying Mr. President and of course His Excellency the Delta State Governor. They are making their way in here now, making their way into this arena in a short while. Of course, exchange of pleasantries between Mr. President, Mr. Governor, Mr. Minister, and the traditionalists. That's because the traditional institution is a very revered institution, and that's why Vice President is according them that respect. I'd like to respectfully invite, not to the podium, but to where we are here, close by, the Honorable Minister, Federal Minister of Works, the bulldozer of the Federal Republic, Architect Mike O. Onolememe, CON, for his welcome address. Honorable Minister, sir.
Your Excellency, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, very ably represented here this morning by His Excellency Architect Mohammed Namandi Sambo, GCON, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency Dr. Emmanuel Duagan, the Executive Governor of Delta State, Your Excellency the Deputy Governor of Delta State, members of the National Assembly here present, honorable ministers and members of the Federal Executive Council here present, members of the Delta State Executive Council here present, traditional rulers and royal fathers from both Delta and Edo states here present, community leaders, and of course, military commanders here present, members of the security apparatus of the federal government of Nigeria, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed my pleasure and honor to welcome His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented here today by His Excellency Architect Mohammed Namandi Sambo, GCON, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to the commissioning ceremony of the completed Uto Bridge along Asaba, Ebu, Obiaja Road in Delta and Edo states, terminating at Ahia on the Irua-Iloshi Federal Road. Indeed, stories abound that the British colonial masters constructed the first wooden Uto River Bridge at Ebu, Inyele Crossing, where we are seated today, in the late 19th century, to serve the economic needs of the Abuti communities. This bridge later collapsed and was never reconstructed. The recent effort to construct a new Uto Bridge dates back as far as 2005, when the then Honorable Minister of Works, Senator Adesayo Ogunlewe, made an inspection tour of the proposed bridge site, which after due processes led to the award of contract for the construction of the Uto Bridge in November 2006 to Messrs. Interbao Construction Limited. The contract consisted of 400-meter long bridge and 10-kilometer approach roads at a contract sum of 2.9 billion naira and was to be completed on or before 16 July 2008, which was later extended to July 2009. However, due to the federal government policy at the time, the contract was transferred to Delta State government in February 2009 for completion. The Delta State government pointed out rightly that the project was an interstate project, traversing both Delta and Edo states, and argued that it was the responsibility of the federal government to complete the bridge project, since it is on the Asaba-Ebum, Ahia-Obiaja Federal Road. The situation led to the prolonged stalling of the project. It is noteworthy that in 2011, after a series of agitation for the resuscitation of the project by Delta and Edo State community stakeholders, and in line with the transformation agenda of the President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, to improve the infrastructure and socio-economic activities of the nation, the ministry sought a waiver from His Excellency, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, to pave way for the completion of the project. On 14th April 2012, the ministry received approval from Mr. President to resuscitate the project, which after necessary reviews was re-awarded to the same contractor, Mrs. Itaba Construction Limited, at the reverse contract sum of 4.4 billion naira. Was commenced on the 20th December 2012, and the project has now been completed and is ready for commissioning. Your Excellencies, let me express our profound gratitude to the Executive Governor of Delta State, Dr. Emmanuel Duagan, CON, for his cooperation throughout the duration of construction work on the bridge. It is heartwarming to mention that the completion of Uto Bridge has opened the road link between Delta and Edo State through Asaba and Ebum, and Ahia in Obeja, Edo State. The project has provided a shorter link between the southeast and Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, with appreciable travel time reduction of about 2 hours. It is significant to note that the economic activities of the immediate beneficiary communities, whose major occupation include farming and trading, will be considerably enhanced with the commissioning of the project today by Mr. President. Your Excellencies, I want to thank the Deputy Leader of the House of Representatives, Honorable Leo Ogo, who ensured that this project enjoyed additional funding of about 900 million naira under the Shopi Regional Intervention Project of the Federal Government of Nigeria. Without his magnanimity, this project would not have reached completion by this time. Your Excellency, the transformation agenda in the road sector continues to record impressive results. While 60 other road projects have also been completed in the 6 geopolitical zones of our country, a number of economic arterial roads are progressively being reconstructed and dualized as part of the federal government determination to link the 6 geopolitical zones with dual carriageways. These include the Abuja-Abaji-Lokoja dualization project, the reconstruction of the Lagos-Ibadan dual carriageway, the Kano-Meduguri dualization project, the reconstruction of Onitsha-Enugu dual carriageway, the reconstruction of Enugu-Port Harcourt dual carriageway, and the Lokoja-Okene-Benin dualization project. 2 new bridges are also being constructed over River Benue and River Niger, the first one linking Loko and Oweto in Nasarawa and Benue State, and the second one, the second Niger Bridge, linking Onitsha and Asaba in Anambra and Delta states. Today, 25,000 kilometers of federal roads are in good motorable condition, a phenomenal leap from the 4,500 kilometers of federal roads that was in fair condition when the administration of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan came into power in 2011. The Federal Ministry of Works, under my leadership, will continue to ensure that a sound foundation is laid for the sustainable development of road infrastructure in Nigeria in line with the transformation agenda of the President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's administration. The Federal Ministry of Works is also delighted to recognize and commend the effort of the contractor, Mrs. Itabo Construction Limited, a wholly indigenous construction firm who has delivered creditably on this project. Your Excellencies, finally, I would like to sincerely thank His Excellency, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, for his support, which has seen this project to completion. I thank you all.